Welcome to Under the Lights High School Football Show. My good friend, host, Miguel Lopez. What do we got going on this week?
Well, I tell you what, we got a lot, but we can't talk so much about it to cover the show. It's only a 30-minute show. We had to do it today on a Thursday because, again, we still have extra football going on.
A lot of football.
And Lester, where you came from? What game you want to see for
I
us?
tell you, I just got a chance to go watch Somerset play Keys Gate. Keys Gate has a great team. Somerset found a way to win. They beat Keys Gate 28-22. It was a game that went to the end.
To the end. So who's coaching?
Well, Coach Harvey. I don't know if y'all remember Harvey. He was the coach that used to coach big time 8A ball. Now he's coaching 1A ball. But I love him. It was their first win. Those kids were so excited. They poured the water on the coach.
Yeah.
Their first win. I guess the first win at that 1A school this year.
Yeah, you know, it's a small school right here in Homestead. Not Homestead, I'm sorry. By Goose, right?
By Goose,
By Goose. You know, it's a small community school. And it's a good school, you know. So Harvey, good, doing a good job over there with the coaches. He helped a lot of kids too, you know. Even if they don't go to Division I, they go to Division II schools, NIA school. He always helping out. Now, you know, again, we're doing this show on Thursday because, you know, we had to make sure we get all the games, you know. So, Coach, we got a good show. Coach. Coach, you know what we're going to talk. Go ahead, Coach. We're going to talk about last week's picks and game.
Wow.
Again, Coach, talk to me.
Well, I picked South Ridge, and I think I won that one.
Oh, yes, you did. I picked Palmetto. But you know what happened on that game? We was there. We were doing live on Facebook. I said, mistake.
But Coach, it's football.
Yes, but when you have more than one mistake, Coach, it's over. It's a wrap.
South Ridge create mistakes, Coach.
You think
they make other teams make mistakes?
That's true. But I believe without those mistakes, it'd have been a better game. But again, South Ridge came in and said, you know what? Too much hype everywhere for Palmetto. We got to show everyone in our district and in our division that we're the returning champions. And that's what they did out there. But again, Palmetto, you know, you had to go back on the blackboard and X and O and get it together because, you know, I picked Palmetto. Lester, you picked South Ridge. And guess what? South Ridge, when they open up, they just open up and they left the numbers on them.
Hey, that's one in the win column for me.
What about the other one?
What other team? What other game?
The Columbus versus who it was? Miami High.
Columbus versus Miami High. Oh yeah.
Yeah, he gonna try to forget this one too.
I did go with Miami High. I did. I liked it, Miami High. Miami High's got something special going on over there.
You know, they do. Look, Miami High jumped on Columbus up first. You know what I'm saying? They jumped. Everybody was like running scared for a minute, like, oh, what's going on? Miami is on top of Columbus, because usually, you know, when Miami High play Columbus, Columbus just take over and just, it's like a destroyer on a mission. And they go out there and play football, but nonstop Columbus. But this year, Miami High stacked up, came at Columbus. I'm talking about punched them in the nose.
They were coming.
And they were, it was that short. And, you know, it was a beautiful pass on the end zone. I think if you're looking at me, the pass was down this way. The young man got a touchdown. Guess what? Columbus pulled it off and won the game. But Miami High gave them a run for their money.
One thing I knew Miami High was going to give them a run for the money because the quality athletes they have there. They have some good athletes. They have the big offensive lineman who transferred in from Booker T. It's a great program. It is a great program. What about the road to state?
Boy, that road there going to be really nice opening up. I don't know. I can tell you that road to the state going to be really hard. Talk about real quick about Champagnat. I picked Champagnat and you picked Everglades.
Listen, Everglades has a good quarterback. they had a bad night. It was one of those nights, probably the worstest game in their life, and probably will be the worstest game of the season. But Everglades have something special.
They do. I was there, and you were saying what you told us on the show. What was finna happen? They did. But guess what? They did not have enough more players to bring in. You have players there playing both ways. They were playing all type of positions. I tell you what, the quarterback itself, man, that kid looked like a linebacker, you know? But good, I tell you what, again, Everglades was punching Champagnat in the nose. Champagnat, again, was taking too long to score. But when they scored, it was over. Right. But I'm going to tell you one thing about this team, Champagnat. You got people who know them. You guys going to play a team like that, and they're going to jump on them. And they're going to lose the game. Because for the past 3 times that I saw them play, Champagnat starts slow. And mistakes. But when they play a team, a tough team, we're going to see again, you know, they're going to, I believe, I go with Champagnat, but again, I don't see it. When they play a team, an elite team, you can't play like that.
Wow.
And Everglades did play hard, you know. And the last team, Coach, both of us went with, it was Northwestern against IMG.
Coach, IMG recruit all over the country. They got guys from Africa, guys from Canada, you name it, they're at IMG. I mean, but it was a good game. You know, it was not like a 54 or 60-something blowout. I mean, you know, it was a pretty good game.
You know, something good happened today on Thursday at Sour Ridge.
Oh yeah, my boy Mark Pope. I tell you, what happened, Miguel?
Hey, look at it. He deserved it, man. This kid was honored today at Sour Ridge in the auditorium with the football and student, principal, AP. Everyone was there.
Wow.
All-American Army Bowl. Came down and said, Mark Pope, will you accept this? And, you know, it's a beautiful thing that these kids could see that your hard work does pay.
One of the things we get, like I said about Mark works extremely hard. Some Sundays I'll ride by Lewis Park. He'll be out there running routes. He'll be out there catching balls. I met Mark back when he was in the 8th grade, and Coach Carter was his mentor, still is his mentor, and asked me, said, Coach, I want to go on this trip to Alabama with you. And Coach went on that trip with us, and I want you to know Mark did so well and performed so well for Coach Saban as an 8th grader. That put him on a level when he got into the 9th grade. He did so well that, I mean, he's doing extremely well right now. Mark Pope, keep up the good work. We love you, brother. Great things are going to be ahead of you.
That's it, man. He's making his parents and friends happy. Even his, like I say, Sour Ridge should be, I know they're happy. You know, they got this kid
got to be happy.
You know, this kid came a long way from, like you say, from junior high school.
Even David Cooney, we don't want to leave you out because I know you mentored that kid, you know. So even David.
Now we're going to show you some highlights, the teams that we picked this week, me and Coach Lester.
Gus Barrera shows him trust. And here comes this Martin! The Spartan Nation is in the house. That's Rick McGarrett on the right side. Quarterback keeper. That's Reese on the guard. He breaks one. He breaks two. That's one. You will see that play again on ESPN 13 tonight at 11:30.
How you thought about them highlights? Can you like them highlights?
Man, those highlights are fire. Fire.
Hey, guess what? And it's powered by GVP Sports. And you know, let's get credit when credit due. Elite Scouting Service. They do all of their county games. We out there the same way. So big shout out to Mr. Fish.
Fish, what's up, big man?
You know, and let's give big another shout out to Mr. Williams because he's always on that field talking about kids and writing about kids. Jerry Williams. You know, hey, it is what it is. Now, Coach, the game these games that went this Monday and Tuesday. You know, we don't, cause we ain't picked the game because they from week 4. You know, they were makeup games due to the hurricane.
Right. And meaning that these games were makeup. You got to understand, some of these teams were playing on Thursday night, were playing on Friday night. Then they had to make up a game on Monday or Tuesday. So they really didn't have much time to rest in between these games. So these games have been the kids were put in some critical situations.
Right, and then there were district games too, so they had to make them up. Plus this point system now, I'm telling you, is so different compared to last year. If you guys don't know about the point system, please go to Florida High School Association website and read through the point system to see how that worked, because I was checking them out today and I was like, oh, well-known teams are not on red, meaning they're low and they're here and there. So I'm learning this system. Wow. So please check that out, because that's going to be different. It's going to be different this year.
I'm going to check it out myself, because I'm still trying to understand. Yes. See, in the past, you know, the number 1 and 2 in the district will go. But my understanding with this new system, they're only going to take the number 1, the district champ, and then based on the system, however that rolls out, then that's going to be the other teams that go.
Yeah, and it's like I say, if you guys don't understand it, please go to the Florida High School Association website and look it up, and you guys can learn it, because I'm learning it myself. You know what I'm saying? I'm ready to go to state anyway to see who's going to make it out of Miami. So, you know, Monday it was Braddock versus Southwest. You know, Braddock won 35-0.
What's going on with Southwest?
Southwest is rebuilding, you know, after O'Neal left and his staff went to Clark Gable. So I believe, to be honest with you, Southwest is in a real rebuild program. You know, and Carol City versus Norland. What you thought about that? That 21-0 Carol City to Norland.
Uncle Luke. I love Uncle Luke. Probably he loves football, but he runs the defense over there at Norland. Did you know that?
I didn't know.
Uncle Luke is a defensive coordinator at Norland, and they put up 21 points. Carol City. This Carol City team was moving a little slow in the beginning. It took some lumps and took some bruises, but right now Carol City is moving at a slow pace, and it's finna speed up. Keep your eye on them, Coach.
Hey, there you have it. You know, you had Central versus Edison. That was like, you know, you should have never showed up.
That was a practice for Central. That's really what that was. That was a practice. Kids, you know your stuff. Let's go to practice.
And again, if you can hear me with the scores again, you know, like I say, Miami Central 50-0.
Practice.
Here we go with the point system. They got to score high. You know. Then you have, whoever thought about this one? Now, before we say about it, they had something flying.
One week they say, Brother Kevin, please fire Coach Merrick. Next week he goes out and he beats Booker T.
And again, you know what I'm saying? 21-0. 21-19.
Oh, 19. How do you fire a guy like that?
You know what?
How do you fire?
That was somebody upset. I tell you what, you know, hey, it is what it is. There you have it. Booker T had to come to Columbus in their yard and play them. And, you know, Columbus really do play hard in their backyard.
So let's just back up a little bit. So just say now, who's Columbus a high-profile team? And I'm still trying to learn the system. Booker T is probably a more profile than Columbus. And with Columbus winning, that takes Booker T maybe a little down in the rankings?
A little bit, because, again, they're going by the point system, and, again, I'm learning it. Trust me, it's a lot. But in their division, you know, like Columbus, Booker T playing a well-known team is good for them, too. It's sad to say, even in the loss, they still look good, but it work on the district, you know what I'm saying, and the division and stuff. But I'm learning this system. And then you had Corey, Barracuda.
Corey, what's going on? I tell you, my good friend George Carton Callan is over at Coral Reef. I mean, that was a big win for Coral Reef, 27-9.
Yeah, it was. I was there. You know, I was watching the game. It started a little slow. Again, Varela is another building team. They're going to be all right. Again, you have to have more kids playing in your football. When you only have 20 kids or 21 or probably, it's not going to work. You need that extra players to come in, man, you know. And then And I called it from last year. You know, again, you guys know me from GVP Sport, UTL, Under the Lights, GVP All-Star, whatever. And yes, I was at Matter Academy, and we ran that district for 3 years back to back to back. And I called it out before I left. Was the year of the Rail Academy to represent that 7-8 in our district. And guess what? They put a whooping too.
They beat Sunset 42-6. Well, you got to understand, the Rail has something special. They have Coach Corey over there, who's just done a phenomenal job with the recruitment of bringing the younger kids in, keeping them there, and building something with them. And you know, the sky's the limit for the Rail.
Yeah, I see them winning the district here on the 7-8, and they gonna end up like many years before. It was Matter versus St. Thomas. It would be again the Rail versus St. Thomas.
But any given day.
You know what? I'll be honest with you. I would root for the Rail Academy if they win and beat St. Thomas. Why? It would be a special moment because we challenged and we fought so hard every year for the past 3 years to try to get to that level to beat St. Thomas. And St. Thomas always found, and they already beat, you know, when we, you know, how can I explain to you? Last year was different because the first year the kids stepped out of the box and they felt like they lost the game.
Right.
But the second year was a built team. The third year was like we could play.
Right.
But again, we lost. But hey, it'll be a beautiful thing if that happened.
It happened.
You know, and you got Crop versus Hialeah Garden. Again, look at the point, 38-6.
Well, you know, Miguel, little schools like the Crops of the world, you got to keep an eye on them. They like that turtle. I don't know if you remember the turtle in the rabbit story growing up when the rabbit, shoo! Yeah. But the rabbit said, you know, I'm going to take a little sleep right here. I need to rest. And that little turtle is just moving. And by the time they look up, that turtle's at the finish line.
Matter versus Miami Spring. Matter won 27-21 again. But this is a rival. Miami High versus Coral Gable. That game there, and listen to what I'm telling you guys. Listen, I don't know how Coral Gable find itself always in overtime games, but I can tell you both teams played very hard, but Gable came short again. But I can tell you one thing. If they don't do it this year, I believe Coral Gable will do it next year. But Coral Gable found themselves again in the overtime with Miami High again. It's like a repeat.
But Coach,
Miami High came back at the end quarter.
But let's give Miami High credit where it's due. Miami High has a great offensive coordinator.
Correct.
Dominique does a great job with those boys over there. Not just that, but they're surrounded by a great staff, and then they got a lot of good athletes over there. You got to give Miami High credit. Coach, I won't be surprised in Miami High is playing and late in December. Miami High is a state contender team for 8A, Coach.
Again, we got to see because that 8A is wide open again. You got South Ridge, you know, South Dade. Again, then you got Miami High. Then you got Columbus. And then, guess what? Last year, we picked them out real early, and it happened. I really can't pick this year because every week it changed.
Hey, you don't know who it may be.
Yeah, you know.
At first you're saying Columbus is no good, then you turn around, they beat Booker T.
Yeah.
And then you're thinking Gable's for the run with, then Miami High beat them.
And that's why I say that any given day, a team can lose. Then you got South Ridge versus Killian. I was there. That was just like open the gate and let the water flow. You know, 36-0. Mount Pojo had. Then you got to give the other receiver too, man. He was. But running back.
But Coach, it's Miami South Ridge versus Killian. You have to understand, Steve Smith is back. If you don't know who Steve Smith is, then you need to go Google him. It's going to take him 2 years to get it back where he had it. When I worked over there for him, when we had Lamar Miller, Herman Reed, Ricky Rowe, where Killian, we ran the South. Right now, give Steve Smith some time. He's going to get it back. He's going to get his little bumps and bruises, but give him a year or two.
Okay.
And I bet you this show is going to be a little different, and we're going to be reading from a different script when it comes to this game, South Ridge and Killian.
Then you have your team, South Day versus Homestead. South Day won 20-0.
Well, what people have to understand is that when South Day played Homestead, we call it the War of Lucy Street. If you lived on the right side, you went to South Day. You lived on the left side, you went to Homestead. So it's called the War of Lucy Street. That's a rival. Don't let the score, manipulate your mind. South Day ain't putting up all these points. It's hard to put up points against a good rival that comes ready to fight, that comes ready to get it on. It's not going to happen every week. Fans, it's 50-0. It just ain't going to happen. It's not football. It doesn't happen in the pros. It won't happen. Don't go blaming the offensive coordinator. South Day got a good coordinator over there. They got a good head coach. I'm telling you, I would be at the state championship meet to watch South Day perform.
And you heard it here live. And that is a rival game. Homestead and South Day was always a rival game. No matter what, on bad day, good day, it was always a rival game. And then you had South Miami 26-18 on morning 6. And then you had Berlin 62, Ferguson 12. You know how that goes.
Well, before you move on, keep your eye on Berlin, guys.
Spoilers.
Do not take them off your list. Keep your eye on.
Keep on. They spoilers.
They will spoil your day, your lunch too.
Then you got Jackson versus Givens. That was like another one. 30-6. Givens won.
But you would never think that Jackson would fall that low in the poll with the caliber athletes that they have. They have a good coach. She's the first lady to ever coach high school ball, I think, in the country. If not the country, I know in the state of Florida. I'm just going to sit back and see what Jackson going to do.
Well, we're going to see because, Jackson is in the middle of Booker T, Northwestern, Central,
right,
Carol-City to the left, Nolan to the right. So it's like,
you just got,
it's not the Generals, it's going to be a while, And then you got Hialeah and American. Hialeah.
41?
I don't know.
Hialeah 41, American 12?
Wow, boy.
Wonder how that happened.
I know. We ain't going to talk about it. We're going to put a pass on that one because I still can't believe it. You got Key West 48, LaSalle 13.
Well, I love LaSalle. I have a special place in my heart. I had an opportunity to work for Coach Trimmer, coach some fine athletes. They just come up short.
And then you got, Northwestern and Hialeah, Miami-Lade. Northwestern won that 47-0.
It's a practice game.
Yeah, and then you got No Miami and No Miami Beach, but No Miami won 37-14.
That wasn't supposed to happen now.
No?
That wasn't supposed to happen.
Tell me why.
Miami Beach was supposed to win that game. But these guys, North Miami came in and spoiled that whole party. So now with all the reconfiguration with this point system, with Miami Beach losing, now there's got to be some reconfiguration. So if South Day High School beat them, which I know they will this Friday night, they're going to be right on schedule. They're going to be right where they want to be. So, Coach, it's a crazy year with the new system.
Yeah, I know. And then you had Ronald Reagan, 7, Gorman 0. And when we come back after these commercials, we're going to get to the greedy and deedy. Games are this week. That's tomorrow, Friday and Saturday. And the games that Mr. Me and Lester here are going to pick.
I think I'm up right now.
You sure? At the end of the season, we'll see who won. All right, man. Check these commercials out. This is the way we pay our bills. Check them out.
I'm the 4th string quarterback. But due to a pregame meal of all-you-can-eat calamari, now I'm the 1st string quarterback. But I'm also a transfer student, so I'm a little lost.
And if you've got cut rate insurance, your jacked up rates might make you sick. So get accident forgiveness from Allstate and be better protected from mayhem. Like me.
Mayhem is everywhere. So get an Allstate agent. Are you in good hands?
Hope you like them commercial, man. That's how we pay our bills here at Under the Light Sports Show, powered by GVP. Myself, Miguel, and Dr. Lester here. We're glad to be back. If you need to get in contact with us about our show, please call us at 786-404-1240. Again, if you want to reach us out, call 786-404-1240. Now, let's get to these games that we're going to pick this week. And you go pick who you want to go with, what game I'm going to go with.
You know we're going to win, right?
Okay, we're going to find out first. First game that we talking about start at 3 o'clock at Sour Ridge is going to be Sunset versus Gorman. Who you going with?
I'm going with Gorman.
I'm going with Sunset.
All right, now.
All right, 7 o'clock at Trash this Saturday is Booker T. Washington versus Carl Gable.
I'm going to go with Gables.
You going with Gables?
I'm going with Carl
You going to
Gables.
stick with Gables?
You know why? Because they're going to do something special this week.
You think so? I'm going with Booker T because I feel like Booker T going to show the world, hey, enough of losing. We need to get back on the road. Now the next game is at Tropical Park at 3:30, Miami High versus Killian. We just spoke about Killian, Miami High.
Hey, you know I'm going with Killian. Nothing against Miami High, nothing personal. Got a special place in my heart. I worked for Steve. I was his tailback coach. I coached Lamar Miller and those guys. I'm going to go with Killian.
Well, I'm going with Miami High. I saw what they have out there. I'm not betting against them. I'm not going against them anymore. Then this Saturday at No Miami Stadium, we got Edison versus Champagnat. I'm going to pick my team right now. I'm going with Edison. I told you before, Champagnat, if you start slow, I know Edison going through their motion, but this is an elite team here that can play.
You okay?
No, I'm okay, 100%.
I'm going with Champagnat. Dennis is doing a great job over there.
This game is Darrell Academy versus Miami Spring. I'm going with Darrell.
Coach, I'm going to go with you this time. I'm going to go with Darrell.
All right, let's put that there. Okay. Here go your team. South Day versus No Miami Beach. Friday at 7:30.
Coach, I said
Harris Field.
Coach,
the Orange Bowl field.
Coach, I said it one time before. You know, to go to the state, there's a road called Buccaneer Avenue. You have to cross. And if you can't get across that avenue, you won't be at the state. I'm going with South Day because I'm going to see them at the state meet.
I'm going with South Day myself. Then you got Trash Pile. You got Carol City versus Sour Ridge. I'm going to pick this one real quick. I'm going with Carol City.
I'm going to keep it South. I'm going with South Ridge and Mark Pope, I believe. But in the 10th week, I have to change that a little bit.
Well, I'll tell you what, here go another good game. It's going to be held at Sour Ridge, this Friday. Palmetto versus No Miami. I'm going with Palmetto. I'm keeping them again. Who you going with? You better stay with me. You better stay with me, Coach.
I'm going to go with Palmetto.
All right.
I'm going to go with Palmetto.
Okay. And the last game is Miami Beach versus Homestead. And guess what? People might say I'm crazy. People might like, no, I'm
going with Homestead.
I'm going with Homestead too. Hey,
I love, I like what Coach Ward is doing over there. Any other high-profile coach would have never taken that job because it's not a compelling type job. It's not a South Ridge, South Day, Northwestern, or Killian because that's where you get a lot of your great athletes. But he took that job to change the lives of the kids. And I like what Ward is doing. I'm going with Homestead.
Homestead, I'm going with Homestead. Hey, we appreciate you taking your time watching the show. I know it's late, but we had to do it this way because we want to make sure we show love to all the high school football teams. We came out there, checked them out. We're going to put the highlights up like you saw a couple of the highlights today.
Oh,
and again, Dr. Lester, it was a great show today.
Oh, man.
Can't
awesome
wait.
I can't wait.
To next week.
You know I'm going to win the picks, right?
Okay, we're going to see. We're going to see. But again, thank you very much for joining us tonight. Under the Light Sports Show. It's a high school football show about football. It's powered by the #1 team in the world, GVP Sport. Myself, Miguel Lopez, with Dr. Lester.